students. We got everything is it right. Afterwards, now we're gonna see a very new term. Okay, so what's the new term means? I'm having something. Is it right? I'm having something. If I throw something, it is flowing through the air. Is it right? If I throw a stone, the stone is flowing through the air. That means the stone is propagating through the air. Right? Yeah. If I take this line, this is a line means the electrons are flowing through this line, or if this is a conductor, the electrons will flow through this line, or the electrons may propagate through the line. Propagate, it's going deep inside. If I have a flute, unless if I just take out this one, this cap, okay, if I have a flute, I can blow my air inside this cap. This can watch. And my voice is propagating through this small cylinder. Is it right? And that choice is called what? Propagation. After all, we see, I do up everything right now, and I'm going to have the new term. Wait, still now, this expression is not over. This derivation isn't over. Please write, okay? More things to go, but everything is very easy when you form it very clearly, okay? So what's this one? I'm going for the small term. It's called what? Psi. And that's it is called what? Propagation constant. It's about the propagation constant. You got me right? Propagation constant. So propagation constant. So look at over here. Now I'm passing the electrons from here. It's going through inductance, it's going through resistance, it's going through conductance, it's going through resistance. Oh, there we go. And this is about the C, okay, and not the L. There we go. So once it's go through some of the components, that's called what? A propagation. So this psi represents, it is going inside. Is it right? Suppose, why? Oh, look at it here. This will be having root. Please don't muck up the formula, because why we have the root means because if I blow in my original over the environment, my air will be very dominant. But suppose if I just blow inside something means, surely my air from my mouth will get some shrinking, or sometimes it may try to reduce its power. That's why this reduction is denoted by the root. Okay, I have the two terms inside, R plus J omega L and G plus J omega C. You got me right? R plus J omega, G plus J omega C. So these two must be in the root. That could be the more right. What is equal to what's the term? What's R plus J omega L? It's said to be Z. It's omega 6 over Y, and that's about the propagation constant. And that's very more important right now here. And now please have this note. And now what I do, I'm going to have the some different term. You all know about the d square v by d square, is it right? So please note down that formula. And now what I just should have. So d square v by dx square. So you got a d square v by dx square, and which is equal to what are the terms that should be have means you know about r plus j omega l into g plus j omega c. Is it right? So for the v means you got this v here. You make this term as equation number 3. You got me right. It's about the equation number 3, and then you got the term of d square I by dx square is equal to r plus j omega l into g plus j omega c into I. You make as equation number 4. Okay. Now what you do? You substitute this term here. Okay. So psi is equal to this one. Is it right? So what is psi square? Psi square is equal to, you have to admit the root. Is it right? So if you take a square means the square root will be over. So r plus j omega l into g plus j omega c. Substitute this one here. Okay. So what is r plus j omega c? This will be replaced by omega square. Is it right? So what's the new term? D square v by dx square is equal to, the whole term will be psi square v. Am I right? Right. So d square I by, sorry for going to very corner, I by dx square is equal to psi square I. Now we got the term, is it right? Psi square v and then psi square I. Okay. Now what I do, just rub up this one and then I write completely. You got the point, is it right? Suppose if we have anything to be discussed with me, you make notify the comment box, comment section, and so I do reply faster than as much as I can. So what you just should have, d square v by dx square, which is equal to psi square into v, and d square I divided by dx square is equal to psi square into I. I got more things to separate, and now what I do, I'm going to have the differential equation. Look at right over here. This is how the equation is right. According to mathematics, the solution of this equation will be taken in the form of A as well as that of B. Okay. So A is associated with the V and B is associated with the X or anything. Okay. So how do I write means? Because you want to find the V, is it right here? Please take a V here. You want to find the I, is it right? Take a I here. The solution of this equation, how I can write it, because you have two terms. It's a constant term, is it right? Because psi itself inside there will be r plus m and g plus n, all are constant. So this will be constant. You have x, is it right? And then you have v. So what you have, you got the a as well as the b. Okay. And everything is increasing with respect to the power, right? Because it's a power, there has to be square, so you make a e. Look at students right out here. What is the exponential means? Expected potential. So you always write e power x, e power y. So in mathematics you are studying about the e power x, e power y means the term denotes the power of the level increases with respect to the numerator. That means what? Exponential represents your power at a particular time. Then sometime your bulb may glow very intensity, very higher. Sometimes when power dim, the bulb glows very slowly, the fan rotates very, very slow. Sometimes when you are in the home, you can experience your fan is rotating very high speed. At some time, that means what? E power high value. Okay. So e power, or the first one is about psi x plus e power minus psi x, because both can come. Because power means what? You can have plus and minus. Because minus 1 whole power 2 means 1. Minus 1 whole power 1 means minus 1. Whatever it may be, you may go for plus as well as minus. That's considered right. And now you can go for I, C and D. I also same e power psi x, and then here plus e power minus psi x. Okay. C, D, A, B, C, D, all the terms denotes the true number of parameters. That's it right. So now what I do, I'm just going to stop with this one. You may just see in the next slide class.